How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I am your host, Cosmic Ray. Today I wanted to talk about spirituality and having long hair. Now, of course, I can only talk for the male sense on this side. As being in this incarnate as a male, that is something that I can only speak upon as of now. So I just wanted to kind of go over some little things and kind of go over through like a transformation process. So many people feel that even through indigenous cultures and through throughout the ages, even like Genghis Khan times, there's been where where they would take or when they conquer an area in the sense that anyone that would be kept either as like a slave or someone that would that they would just end up capturing. Even Genghis Khan and even other people would cut their hair off. They felt like having long hair is like your power because in a sense it's natural when your hair grows out, and well, I mean, in a sense, for that individual in itself, if their hair grows out, then it's natural for them to have hair, on the top. However, and there are times, where, they feel like, do you have, all this power and everything you've, kept from, your spiritual side or anything you kept throughout the years that's also within you. I've also mentioned in the past where, another different parts of the land where, having long hair and even when you put it up, in a sense, it kind of acts like an antenna, helps, channel, helps bring in that Kundalini energy and also helps, even be receptive to other things in this world. I've been just give you a little quick, side thing. As a youth, I almost never had long hair. I mean, like not like this kind of long hair. So I always had short hair. I lived in, pretty much, let's just say sunny areas for the most part. So have long hair. It was either be as a stereotypical like, oh, you have to be a surfer, or you have to, or you're a hippie, or labeled as some like things like, oh, you're a rocker or something. And when I was growing up, I didn't like that. I don't know why. It's like either there's different places that I've tried to work at to, I mean, being as a kid, my parents never fed that to me or anything like that. Just society, I just started seeing things. People act funny with guys with long hair, or for whatever reason, it's supposed to mean, oh, you're unkempt, whatever, right? So I kind of grew up with that stigma in a sense, and don't you know why? And a little bit when I was going through my spiritual awakening, if you will, not like the actual moment where I come to that realization, but just it's like where people say you probably already been through it or going through it without even knowing you are, kind of thing. So I would start having longer hair, and I didn't really understand why. I just wanted something changed, just something different, something to me to not feel like everybody else. And I don't necessarily say it was more like, oh, to be different, because obviously a lot of people have long hair. I'm not like, ooh, I'm the only one. So it was just one of those things. I just, for personal reasons, I just wanted to be different, in a sense, for me or for the people who I was surrounding myself around. And I just wanted to try it out, right? And then go through the spiritual awakening and whatnot, I started learning about different things, and I was kind of shown stuff about like, not that I necessarily have to believe in this stuff, but like the Nazarites or Nazarenes, had like three, what was it, like you can't drink like alcohol from the vine or like a grape or wine in a sense. Can't be around like dead bodies, even family members, or not to touch them. And then also too to not have their hair, cut their hair or like the locks part of their hair. I think it was like what was a famous story. I think it was like Samson, I believe, and it's like where his strength and power came from his hair, and that was the secret. When he cut his hair off, he had no power left. Even like cartoons, like certain things, even like say Dragon Ball Z. When Goku started going through his transformations, he'd have longer hair. When he became different levels of his Super Saiyan. Anyways, even other like cartoons, other things in life, you always see things with long hair and how it has certain type of powers and whatnot. And for me, I felt that there was something a little different. But then again, too, I was going through a spiritual awakening, and I may not notice the difference. So and also being part of Native American, and also even with my Japanese heritage, even with samurais, a lot of them, that you always see them like shade this part, but they always have their hair and they kept it up, right? It was usually how I keep my hair up, through most of my videos, anyways. So what I really wanted to do today is to kind of go through my own transformation process. I believe once I started to go through my spiritual awakening, I wanted to kind of grow my long hair, not because to fit a profile or anything, it's just something personally. same thing was shown to me about the Nazarites or Nazarenes. Something, if you knew anything about me, I never believed in biblical stuff. I never believed in anything, like that. It's just when everything happened, and to me, or that divine moment, something told me inside to kind of follow this path. And people go through different growths in their journey, and I feel this is something no different for me. So yeah, I know it's some Native American cultures, or just even other cultures, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, they would felt like either sometimes belittled, or if their power is taken away when they got captured, and then they get their hair cut off, hair cut off in a sense, and it's like you feel like your power's gone or been taken away from you. Sometimes people feel it's like a shameful thing. And other people are maybe going through stuff where it's like they feel they're going through a transformation. Sometimes it's negative. Maybe they're trying to do a right from a wrong. Maybe they're just going through their own like transformation process. I myself, for this past a couple weeks, feel like I've been going through even more of a transformation process. I had a good friend of mine, who's, I guess to say, consciously not with us all the time. But this person went through their own hair cutting type moments, and it was funny, like they got their hair shaved, and I was thinking about this literally within the 1 to 2 days before, and I didn't know this person would get their hair cut at all. And I wanted to shave my head. It was random. I just wanted to shave my head, and I don't know why. It wasn't like I was watching something, on TV, and something that I felt that like I wanted to do. Is just something where I felt like being guided to do. And I had these moments of where I had these things just kind of keep showing me, keep telling me about, like shave my head. And it was funny. I kept like around these times, like this kind of feeling like representing like Neo in the Matrix kind of thing. How when he, gets in that reality of knowing, what's going on, he actually gets, out of the Matrix, into, I guess, I don't know what the other world, I guess the real, or I guess towards like, like the Zion and everything. He has head, obviously, like no hair, for the whole being being batteries and whatnot. Anyways, so, I felt like I was being guided at that time, and I didn't shave my head, and I don't know, these little like things here and there is like kind of keep hinting at me to shave my head. I don't know why. And I really thought I'd shave my hair. The closest thing I always do is like I always shave like my sides into like my back area. And I guess it'd be like a different way of like a mohawk kind of thing, or if I keep most of my hair on the front and then all the way down, is how I would have it. And so I didn't really think about doing it. But I realized, feel like I've been guided, so this is something I want to do, to see if to kind of prove, if I do cut my hair, if I feel like I lose any of my spiritual, I guess, power, if you will, or my special spiritual essence. Now, I don't know. They say that your hair grows naturally and it goes to a certain length, and when that length is met, and everyone's is different, so if that length is met, it stops growing. Like it just stops. It just keeps as what it is. And obviously, if you cut your hair, then yes, it'll start to grow again. But when you get it at its whatever full length, whatever it is for you, it stops growing. And sometimes people feel like, oh man, my hair keeps growing. I don't know that theory, but maybe they didn't reach that point, right, for them. So for me, I don't really say that I've noticed my hair like stop growing. Definitely, I feel like it still gets long. I had my hair a little bit longer than this before. So it's one thing. But anyways, I'm gonna actually shave everything with obviously my face, which is not that really a big of a deal, but more so with my hair, then shave it. Now I don't really would use like a razor, but maybe I'll just shave it like with a one or something, and kind of report back to you guys, and throughout the time. So obviously I'm gonna do kind of like a little before and afterwards, and just to see if there's anything right at the moment, if I feel anything different. Besides obviously a little nice breeze on the head. But also, we'll give you guys like an update, not like, ooh, it's a big deal, but just to at least to be able to give you my perspective, to the point of, did that affect me at all? Mentally, physically, did I feel anything of a loss? Because you read about it and you're like, oh, I don't know, do they really do that? Or, how would they know? Are they just taking it from someone else? But at least I can share my personal experience, and who knows, it might be like that for you, may not, who knows. But I just wanted to say that we're going to give it a shot. So I just wanted to do something, for this type of video, and just to see if this works. So I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Thank you. So far, so good. And we are back. Okay. So, hello again, Cosmic Surfers. Yes, it is me, Cosmic Ray. And for the moment, I've taken a shower, just had to just get all the hair off me real quick, do a little shave as well. You know, as of right now, no fuss, right? No big deal. Just like if I was a kid, get my head shaved somehow, or something like that. Um, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna end up being, and I'm sure I'll eventually grow my hair back. But for right now, I'm okay. I feel good. I don't feel like a sense of power lost. I don't feel like right now as if I don't see or feel the things I didn't feel before. Sorry, I just had a moment right now. So that's okay. So I don't feel like anything lost as of yet. And of course, the 3D matrix or the ego self, in this case, may end up having some type of like, oh, people look at me at work or at other places like, oh, you shaved. Why'd you do it? Why'd you do this? Oh, I like you when you look like this. Whatever. Hopefully I won't say anything too negative back to them. Anyways, but right now I feel good. So we'll see what happens, and I'll report. After I do like meditation, yoga, all that kind of stuff. Like what I normally do, my shamanic journey, see if anything changes. I feel like the light just changed right now on my camera. Anyways, other than that, I'll let you guys know. I'll give you an update, of if there's any like types of change, or besides the fact that I feel less hair and I got to shower a little bit quicker, of the not drying my hair forever. But anyways, so just want to say thank you guys very much for watching this video. I know it's not like the normal spectacular cosmic ray things to do or to talk about. It was just one of those things. I just felt guided and I just wanted to share. And plus, who knows, maybe you or someone that's going along this spiritual journey is like, dude, I don't want to cut my hair, but it's so hot right now. So I don't know. So who knows, how that will work. Anyways, I'll report back to you guys. I just love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for open up your hearts and allowing me to into your lives as well. So thank you so much for your time. As always, namaste. Love you, Cosmic Surfers. Keep riding those karmic waves of life. You guys are truly amazing individuals. Thank you very much for existing.